Okay, I want to say hi everybody, okay, and welcome to another video with me, Wushu Richard. Now I've got a little clever stand up here. This is my new training partner, okay, a training dummy I should say. Okay, all it is really is a camera stand, a tripod, right, with my makeshift bow staff put across the top here creatively, with my two focus pads on here attached at a good height, which is around about head and body height. This here is it's not very strong, so I can't do any very strong moves on a strike because it's just not going to work. But what I can do is I can use this to show you a few movements, and I can use it to train my accuracy of moves. Okay, so let's have a look. So from here, looking at a few moves again from Wing Chun. Okay, it's basically for Wing Chun for this video. Okay, looking at a few moves here. What can we do? Okay, this is the opponent's. This is the opponent's arm here, supposedly, you know. So if he's coming to attack my body, he could be punching my face up here higher, but he's punching my body. I can parry that away to the side and go in and punch the body. For example, here I can parry this and go and punch him in the gut from here, okay, as a gut shot. I can also parry this and palm him straight in the face or punch him in the face. If he was coming up to my face here, I could block this to the side, let's say, you know, and then punch him in the face from here, or do a low shot. Now let's say another thing we can do, okay, is we can grab this arm when he's coming to punch me. After I've parried that, I could grab it underneath and pull the arm in and chop him to the neck or the face there, chop him straight out. This could also be a back fist, a very traditional Wing Chun move when you do this. Obviously I can't hit this with a lot of power because it's just not strong enough, but you can get the idea though of the moves. But I'll be showing you more as we go along. So this is an arm here. I might even just literally block his arm out there, block out and punch. It's a traditional Wing Chun movements. Working on my centre line there as I do that. I can block out from the outside here and strike him too to the head there. This arm I'm blocking out with here, I can also turn and just grab. I can literally grab the arm here and pull him into a punch as I'm doing that. This arm can also parry that hit down and strike up here or straight through there. I can parry this down, so block down and strike him. From a very close range I can do an elbow strike too as I'm parrying down and doing that, you see. Parry and do that. And the same way as I could parry across and do a lower elbow. But that's the technique there. Other techniques you can do is if it's on the side of the head, let's say, I could grab his arm there and elbow strike him to the face there. From the other side I'll show you that. Doing an outer block or a grab there, I can strike him and do that there. You see what I'm saying? I can still come back and do other things like tap him and hit him forward here, to the front. So all the techniques are there basically. So you see, using this as an arm, as I say, it's not the best, strongest setup. I'm just using this for a makeshift thing to show you. I can do all my basic Wing Chun blocks. I can, just showing here in this video. I can turn. You see, I can do the outer block, inner block, or this one where you're blocking in with the forearm here. I can block it and chop there. This hand always has a guard, okay, from your back hand. You want to make sure both your hands are on the line and the opponent's attack is on the outside. You want to make sure that you're on the centre in Wing Chun. So however you block, you want to try to make it so that all of the danger is on the outside of you and you're facing the front. So, for example, I don't want one hand to be this side and one hand to be this side and he can still hit me on the inside, you see. I wouldn't block him in and punch him in. I'd move that away, you see. So that my two hands are outside when I'm attacking. I'm pulling him in for a chop, parry in for that. I could go in for an upper chop coming in this way as I'm blocking down and striking in there. I could do that, come back again, get that alignment you see, back fist, straight punch, whatever. So I'm trying to keep this as in place as possible. It's just a makeshift thing for this video, okay? As I say, you see the idea though, yeah? A little bit too low here, fair enough, but you see the idea though, see? I can bring that down into that, I can come into that palm strike if I wish to, palm that way if I wish to. If it was high I could block, I could palm in low there if I wish to. So many things you can do. And you've always got that control as you're punching in Wing Chun, see the punch, can you see how I'm doing that? When I punch him in the face, this hand can always come down and grab that. This hand can come down, I can block down with my wrist here as I'm punching him. These are traditional, real Wing Chun moves, as I say. Punching, I can also do elbows. If the guy was to, let's say he was blocking me, this is my elbow. If this is the opponent's hand, and if he blocks my elbow, I feel the power, I feel the energy coming down as he's pushing that, and my hand comes out to attack him, okay? The same as if he's pushing my hand down, or to the side or whatever, I can use my elbow to come in. So you're rolling with that very softly. As he pushes me down, I'm coming in, and as he pushes that in, this can come out, you see. It's very useful. And in Wing Chun there's a lot of rolling, as I say, be it chops, back fists or whatever, and you can catch over, you can catch the hands, that way you can pat them down as you do it, parry to the side, parry. It's very, very effective, I feel, for me. That's how I like training, as I say. Blocking out and going there. You don't want to make such a big move here because you're open to attack. Make sure it's smaller and relax as you're doing it. And don't get distracted by anything your opponent does. Just remember, you are not the dummy, okay? Good fun though, as I say. Good fun. But again, real training, you know. But it's like, you know, just part of what we're doing here for this video. Okay, you know, you got to admire at least my creativity, right? But yeah, you know, you just block there, strike, do a back fist, you might roll over, so you might do that, so you might parry down and strike him out this way. But usually you want to make sure you're going to the side, like parrying more out of the angle, you see, the centre will be going from there, see? You don't want to make sure you're bringing him in, you don't want to block and bring the attack in, no. You want to make sure you're doing that, and really going in close, you see, when you're doing it, really. You don't really want to always stay out far either, like Wing Chun, like it always this hand to hand, you do that and chop out. You want to make sure you can go in really close, bam, solid, that was a real fight, you know. Make sure all that coming in really close, you want to do your knees, whatever you do it, see, and do all your techniques as you're coming in very closely as you're doing it. So when they come in to attack me, I'm not going to block that from a mile away, and, oh yeah, Wing Chun and do the moves. I'm going to make sure I'm going right in for the strikes, you know, I'm trying to say right in, making sure I'm giving him no time at all to do anything. Go into an arm lock, fair enough, I could go into an arm lock, as I say, I can grab it off, go into an arm lock, see, control, shoulder, locking against that, all the different things, I might go there, I might go into a shoulder bump, whatever it's going to be. But you see, I'm not going miles away though, if that was a real fight, I'd be going right in close, giving him no time, like trap the hand over here, and go for a strike, you know? I'm doing it, make it a real situation, okay? And get the guy's arm and beat him with it. But yeah, that was some good fun. Thanks for joining me watching the video, okay? That's my new training dummy, okay? I was going to call him Frederick. I'm going to call him Jackson. Jackson, okay? Jackson's son. Okay, not Daniel LaRusso, not Daniel's son, but Jackson's son, okay? Clark. I don't know what. Okay, I'm going to call him Jackson. Okay, that's the name of my training dummy. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video on some simple Wing Chun techniques. I will be showing you some more better stuff though, and I'm going to show you some other cool training with Jackson the dummy. Say goodbye, Jackson. Goodbye, Jackson. You look like a Jackson, bitch.